Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Today we finally are going inside the Shadow Keep over there. But before that we have to talk to certain NPCs, because in the Shadow Keep there is a certain event that will happen and I want to talk about it. So, and I also want to see if this is possible now in the Seamless Co-op mode, because if you remember, if you've watched that, during the time I did the playthrough with a character of this game, I started out with the Seamless Co-op mode. Strange things would happen with certain quest lines, and I couldn't really do that one quest line, and so I think I switched over, maybe I did not, but whatever. In order to do that, we need to talk to these NPCs here. The Horn Scent is over here.
Intriguing. What remains there to be said? Do you presume us allies even now? Though Miquella's spell is newly broken, I must profess, the spell mattered little. Uphold his covenant, Miquella shall, and in godhood redeem our rueful clan. Then Marika and vilest Erdtree both will at last be from divinity wrenched. And surely, contented I will be. But first, clear resounds the call of vengeance. The Impaler, Mesmer, must pay his due. In vengeance for the flames, my blade I wield. How could I allow myself to forget? Revenge alone assures me peace of mind. Think not to hinder me upon my path, lest you too wish to face the reckoning. Think not lest you...
Alright. Nonsense dialogue, and now let us dialogue.
Oh, hello. Did you feel it? Miquella the Kind's enchantment appears to have broken. But while my devotion to kindly Miquella remains unchanged, by my troth I am not so sure about the others. No, wait. Perhaps this is a blessing in disguise. I can wield my sword to cull the undeserving, those unfit to bask in tender Miquella's presence. I should have thought of this earlier. Right. It's time to begin ferreting out those of us who don't deserve to be at kindly Miquella's side.
Right. We can now make suggestions. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you suggest, she will always go after the Horn Scent. So there are currently no repercussions for suggesting Tholier or Horn Scent, or make no suggestion at all, I think. Doesn't matter what you pick here. Let's pick Horn Scent just to be... whatever, it doesn't matter.
The Horn Scent. On one hand, he trusts Miquella the Kind to bring salvation to his people. With the enchantment lifted, his vengeful passions may once again ignite. But surely he'd be mindful of kindly Miquella's promise. On the other hand, the Horn Scent does present his own dangers. Perhaps your concerns are well-founded after all. Allow me some time to mull it over.
Right. So doesn't matter what we do now. Let's enter the keep. She needs some time to think things over. So let's just enter the keep now. I don't know how much I will explore today, because there might or might not be a lot to discuss, and this area is quite big, so I still have to think. There are quite a few ways. There are two ways of entering this place. Then we have, first and foremost, a small area, quote-unquote small area, that we explore before we enter the main part of the keep, or before we enter what I declare as the main part of the keep. But after that, like, there's this part at the start, right? Let me see. I think this is the main part over here. If it's Yeah. This is the main part. And we can enter, we enter this through here. What am I talking about? We enter through here, and then we have this whole part that we explore. Plus, we could explore this part already as well, because we have the church district entrance over here. And then it's kind of hard to remember. When we are through this place here, there's an elevator here. Then in the main part we have 2 ways to go, one down, one up, and it's a big level. I don't know how much I can do today and in what order I will do certain things. But let's just get started, right? We haven't had a look at this place before because I was afraid to break the Great Rune for some reason. The only thing that we have here are a few furnace visages and a destroyed furnace golem or inactive one, whatever. We have a few more furnace visages, I think, lying around, or at least these 2. Is this one? Yeah. We can also, let's see. We have a look down. No, we can't really see it from here. Nope. Oh no, we can see it. We can see some runes there. And we can see the poison path that I still have to take at some point. But Shadowkeep is first now. I wanted to visit the Shadowkeep. Let's do it finally. Because I think that's what some people might be more interested in than the rest of the area. So, starting with the Shadowkeep, big gate, but then we have a fucking elevator. Thanks for that. And let me turn up the every sound here. We got a big ass elevator, and I hate elevators. They make no sense. Like, the pressure plate is not really connected to anything. What kind of mechanism do you need in order for this to pull you up and then stop at the right point? Like, I've talked about elevators enough, I think. I mean, at least this elevator would be, if it could function. Right? Let's just imagine this could function. Then at least it's big enough for carts and big giant things to fit in here. But an elevator is always like, okay, you have a big ass elevator in the middle. You don't even need the gate. You just pull up the elevator and you're done. You have your very defensive position. Right. Shouldn't there be 2 summon signs here? First of all, rest of the Sword of Grace. Shouldn't there be 2? This is horns, and I think... let's go back. I don't know if it's Leda or if it's Freya you can summon here, but let's go back and find out. Let's start off with Leda if she made up her mind.
Ah, there you are. It took me long enough, I know. But I've made my decision. I believe it wisest to eliminate the Horn scent. If he were to point his blade at Sir Mesmer or Queen Marika, perhaps it would not matter. But vengeance changes a man. And one day, his blade may turn towards Miquella the Kind. Kindly Miquella is, after all, the true golden child. Even if he discards every last drop of his being, his lineage will always remain.
It's funny that she thinks that Miquella needs protection from her. Like, if Miquella is so powerful, let them try attacking him. What is she even afraid of? Like, Miquella fought, or what's his name? Ansbach tried to fight Miquella. And Ansbach is probably the strongest, most powerful character here. No, not like Leda, Ansbach, and Freya. They're probably on a similar level, right? He has the edge because he has like his blood magic. Leda has some faith stuff, and Freya's just extremely strong in melee combat, right? So they're all strong in their own sense, but Ansbach is one of the stronger NPCs out here. Like the Hornson is quite weak. Just a dude in rags with 2 swords, right? Ansbach got charmed by Mikela instantaneously. Like he had no chance. He couldn't, he drew his blade and then it's already over. He got charmed. Whatever. Like, she's thinking very little of Mikela's strength. So it's not Leda that we can summon here. Nope, makes no sense anyways. Like, she wants to eliminate Hornsend, and I can summon Hornsend right here. And she could do it right here. Right? Okay, let's talk to Freya.
Oh, there you are. Good. If you happen to see Lady Leda, tell her that I'm striking out on my own. Don't worry, I've no mind to cross any of you. The guidance of kind Mikela remains etched into my very flesh. It's only... there's something that I must know.
What do you intend to look into?
Kindly Mikela spoke of the vow he once made with General Radahn, and it is here the vow shall be honored. I am a Redmane. I must know the nature of the vow. I'll be out on my own for some time. There's something I must know.
What if you become our enemy?
There is no need for concern. I will be true to my word. Though I do feel a hint of regret. Lady Leda, Honorable Ansbach, and warriors like you are all of a special breed. How glorious it would have been had we met in battle as sworn enemies.
Right. Foreshadowing.
I'll be out on my own if there's something...
Right, okay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, let's talk to... Wait, so Ansbach isn't here anymore? He already moved on? There was no name tag. Okay, he's already gone. Nice. Let's quickly see if...
Hello. I don't know our mother. She did. We must weep. Maybe love. Oh, give this to he asked me to find it. I finally found it.
Right. That is what I was searching for. We can actually do it. The thing that I wanted to do during the Dragon episode, because I revived Bale for the thumbnail. I can actually do the quest line now. The hidden quest line. Well, let's do this in another episode, maybe in a cleaning up episode. Now there should be, yeah, great. There's the sleepy big hippo. I can now summon Freya and the Hornsend. Interesting that he doesn't drop his name, like he's the Hornsend. He's one of many Hornsend, right? The Hornsend is the race or the kind of people that live here. It's not his name, it's his title, so to speak. I want to see how strong these two, these two are together against the boss. But I think I need them to get attacked by the boss first, because due to cheat engine things, they're not getting triggered, right? If I remember correctly, which means I also need to get triggered. But we can have a look at the boss now. Honestly looks miserable, big hippo. Big ugly ass hippo. I wonder where the water's coming from. Like it's flowing out of the walls. But we are very high up. So how did they get the water in here? And basically just a big courtyard with a Statue of America in the middle. Or not in the middle, but in the middle on the wall there. On this pedestal. Beheaded though. Okay, they got triggered. And let's see how they fight. And he's still after me, is he? At least it kind of looks like a stagger number 2, pretty good. I just did 2 hits, but now it looks majestic. But I also want to know, where are his eyes now? It's kind of hard to see, because he keeps following me. 3rd stagger, let's go. Is that an eye? Kind of hard to see because of the golden glow. Are the thorns growing out of his eye as well? Can you stop attacking me? And how often do they stagger him? Yeah, the eyes are grown over and it's already dead. Holy shit. Turns out these two are... Okay, can stop attacking now. You can also stop existing. Okay, you can stop now. Let them despawn. They're still here. Ah. Please despawn. Seamless co-op mod shenanigans right here. Alright, seamless co-op mod. So maybe they were too strong or the boss was too weak, I don't know. Doesn't reflect... This doesn't reflect the normal game strengths of these characters, I think. Fun nonetheless. So big courtyard, we are very high up. And it goes even higher there. Statue of America here, weirdest courtyard, honestly. Especially with all these spears. Like, yes, it's Mesmer the Impaler, and I guess you need a lot of spears if you want to impale. Or pikes. Look how long these things are, holy shit. Kinda weird that you would store them here, out in the open, honestly. And then of course, every boss has to drop a side of grace. And then you have situations like these, where you have 2 sets of graces next to each other. Such a silly thing. This door does not open. But I'm afraid that I can't do the quest line correctly because they did not despawn. So I will probably also not despawn after beating one of the invaders. Unfortunate. But we'll see. So now let's have a look at this. At this weird place. Even more pikes here. We have a ghost. No such a thing as... no such a thing is utterly inconceivable. We have not been abandoned. Mesmer is the son of Queen America. Her grace would never abandon her own flesh and blood. Foreshadowing. That's what happened. And it's a Black Knight. So you learned the truth. They got abandoned by America. Like Mesmer did what America asked him to do. And now that he served his purpose, she discarded him. No need for him anymore. Right. Now the silly part. the silly part. Like, we have this big of an area, and most of it is submerged in water. Like, with a moat. Like, there's a lot of moat around this place. So, it's kind of ingenious, but also very unpractical, I think, right? Let's say you besiege this place, and you manage to tear down the wall, or make a small hole in the wall, and all of a sudden all the water's leaking out, and is flooding your army. Kind of stupid. How did you... Like, how did they trap that much water in here, that high? Like, you need a pump for that. Of course, there's enough water surrounding this place, but how did they pump the water in here? That's my question. And why would you even do this? You're giving up that much space just to create this moat. Or whatever. Just some generic Mesmer soldiers in this place. Of course, a trap as well. But still more Mesmer soldiers. Here we have a little loop around with a Black Knight, with a twin blade, whatever. And the main gauge, main whatever. Don't know how to pronounce it. That's a dagger. Dagger with a large handguard, intended to be used in the left hand, thereby complementing a piercing sword or identical blade held in the right to enable a distinctive style of fighting. Which basically just means this one has a different moveset if you're using a thrusting sword. Right, instead of having the dagger moveset, it has the thrusting sword dual wield moveset thingy. Interestingly enough, we have a courtyard here. We can access this courtyard by jumping down here. We can access this courtyard by jumping through that window over there. Or we can access the courtyard by going through here. Getting attacked by this from the side by this Black Knight and getting shot by this Black Knight over there. And then we can access the courtyard by jumping down here. It's getting, with every step it's getting higher here, so you might not want to jump down here. Right, I'm back. Small break, small cut here. I got interrupted. So I don't really know. No, that's what I wanted to say. We can access the other side here. We come from there when we enter the courtyard, actually. We will have a look at this area in a bit, once we went through the whole level here, or through the small part of the whole level. And then we can jump down here. This is our final chance of getting into the courtyard. Let's not do it right now. It doesn't really matter if we do it right now or not. Actually, change of mind, let's do it. Let's jump down. Grab the item. It kind of feels weird having this place cut off from the rest, honestly. Like, that there is no ramp or nothing going up here, just this random ass natural formation. Okay. I guess this... whatever. Doesn't matter. Jump down into the courtyard with the... or in the garden. Let's call it a garden now. Here we have a minor earth tree growing here. We get the Talisman of Lord's Bestowal. Let's see what this one is doing. Increases poise after using a Flask of Tears. Kinda useless. A talisman depicting Godfrey First Elden Lord receiving the precious sap. The Lord accepted the sap stoically without any sign of wavering. No wonder Lord of the Earth Tree casts a long shadow over the lands. Right. And then we go through here. We're up above the room that we started out in. Like we came in from here. There's the ghost of the night that is wavering. Here we can see the first window with which we can access this place. Second chance here. And then finally the entrance, or the exit. Another big hall. Another black knight. And as stupid as ladder. Like a ladder. Imagine having so many ladders in your castle or in your keep. So inefficient, you can't even carry stuff up and down effectively without a crane or something. Would be easier with a staircase. And then you have the dining area, I think, right? It looks like a dining area. I wonder where the kitchen is. There is no kitchen. So where's the food being prepared? Right in this room, or... Like it's a dining hall, but where's the kitchen? Should be nearby. Somewhat. At least it looks nice. And then no safety features again. Imagine having guests. Where are the guests coming from? Are they coming from here? From the main... whatever, tower? Or where are guests coming from? That you're having to dine here? Because this looks like a dining hall for the nobility. Or for the higher ranking characters. Not for the militia or the military, or your guards, servants. So where is safety feature? Like the walls here do not look nice at all. Even though they're destroyed now, but they wouldn't look nice even without that. Kinda weird. But I think this is the weirdest thing here. Like these ships being burned, and then these golden flames, whatever, being emitted. Honestly, don't know what it's supposed to be. It looks nice, but a ship kind of resembling some kind of goodbye ritual, I would say, like a burial ritual almost. And then the ground would suggest that it's being burned. Like we have the coals underneath, or the wood burned already. But still don't know exactly what these are supposed to be. And I also don't know what this slow motion golden fire is supposed to be. Of course we have the militia running around here, tearing up that place. Whoops. Can I? Nope. Can I? Nope. Let me... Can I jump on anything here without breaking it? Probably not. Nah. Can't even get that high up. Nah. There's probably a way, but I don't know the way. And then how weird, right? Like this is the moat being filled. So these walls are full of water, a water pumping system, I guess. And then you have this gap, this very unsafe gap here. How weird. Then the main building, what I would declare to be the main building. And a fire knight. Somewhat dangerous enemy. The NPC event taking place here. Invade Hornsent or help Hornsent, depending of Lady Ladder. This one showing us where the ladder is. Very important ladder. And then a slight loop around, going down this ramp. All of a sudden we have a staircase and like ramp parts. But then we still have to use this stupid elevator. Oh well. Man, because of the break, I don't know how long the recording is now. That's kind of bad. But we looped around. We looped around, so let's talk about this place. And then maybe do the invasion part. Test it out. Fairly simple level design. We have a big circle with the courtyard in the middle, or not the courtyard, with the boss arenas in the middle. The courtyard or the garden is a small side area, a side part of the area. We come in, we're being introduced by some Mesmer soldiers, fairly standard. Then of course everything's connected by these fairly unsafe looking stairs. And we're getting ambushed by this soldier. And there's a soldier standing here with the back to us, telling us that we can indeed jump out of this window. Just some nice items here, looping back around. If we're attentive enough, we can actually see this place from here. But people are most likely not looking up and to their back. At least I did not do that. Then continuing this route, we have our second chance getting down here. More Mesmer soldiers, nothing big here. So far the enemy variety isn't really there, I must say. 2 different enemy types and a boss, like a Black Knight, and all of these Mesmer soldiers, some with spears, excuse me, some with their typical axe combo. Then this I find weird. Like, we have all of these small platforms here, somewhat big platforms. But what are these platforms? Like, what is this? Why is this not a room? Why is this open here? So you need this to defend, I guess? To see what's up, or maybe you're just, maybe this has no roof and no walls to save some materials. I can't really tell what this is all about. And then it clearly was planned that there's a door right here, right? A door frame. We have a frame here. So why is there a wooden platform? Why is this not reinforced? Why is this not a stone staircase? Why is this made out of wood? And why does it look so fragile? That's another thing that I'm asking myself. From a gameplay perspective, from a game design perspective, they probably want, either they don't have the assets, right? They had these assets, so they use these assets, or like they don't want to make the stone assets. They don't have the stone assets and they didn't want to make them. I think that's wrong because they have the stone assets for this. So it's probably so that there is, that you have different sounds and a different kinds of materials that you're walking on. Right here you can, let's wear some footwear. We can hear the stone, and when we walk on wood, gives a different sound. That's probably for sound and visual design as well, because it looks more interesting having your wood here together with all the stone, like a combination out of these two. It's probably the real reason. Or maybe the the assets are missing, but I doubt that because we have these assets. Second chance of getting in the garden down there. And then again, what is this stone tower doing here that we're standing on? Clearly also, like, this is no mistake that these, or afterthought, that there are wooden platforms here, or that there is a staircase here. That they're made out of wood again, which is weird in a world design perspective. Like, if you would design a keep like that, with this weird-ass moat, with this weird-ass tower we are standing on, with these weird protrusions that have no roof, or no crenellations. Like, then we have these... What is this tower even for? Like, it's so weird. Nice looking room, though. I think this is my thumbnail. Next opportunity of getting into the garden. And then the final opportunity, and the rewarding one, where we here get a reward and as an item for waiting. But now that we jump down, we have to visit the garden and see what's all that about. It's kind of nice that we have an Erd tree here. A minor Erd tree. Even growing in the Shadowlands. Probably planted by either Mesmer or America. Probably Mesmer though. And then we can decide to jump down here. Of course, grab the item. See our previous areas. See entrances to previous areas or exits here. Where we come out of. Oh, let's have a look at these decorations here for a second while we're at it. These are snakes. And snakes are kind of the symbol of Mesmer. Because, well, he's cursed by a snake thingy, and he has two snakes following him, and also coming out of him. Like, they're glued to him, like they're inhabiting his body as well. Like they're literally coming out of his body, the snakes. If you was it Sully the Witch or Bonfire, whatever, is it Envy? I don't know. Both make interesting videos where they look at certain models and such in a bit more detail. And sorry that I don't know who made this video. It's been quite a while. But one of these channels made a video where they had a look at Mesmer in detail and at the snakes and such. Again, sorry, don't know who did the thing. Well, doesn't matter though, because the snakes are literally coming out of Mesmer's body. Maybe we'll see that when we actually have a look at Mesmer himself and the boss fight. But now there are only two things to do. One is going into the study hall over here, and I think this is where I will stop the exploration. I won't do the study hall today. Not in this video. But I will ignite the sort of grace, or activate it. A specimen store. Sorry, it's not a study hall. It's a specimen storehouse. Look at all the specimens, right? Let's get down. But the interesting thing is, with the snake imagery, is this place has been built by Mesmer. Like, snakes are Mesmer's thing, and then having these snake ornaments here tells me that this place has been built by Mesmer and his soldiers. Probably after the Purge. After the Conquering. Which is quite impressive, building this big of a place here. Where did they get the material? Huh, just don't ask. So there's this one left. But not really, because there was a ladder here. Don't forget the ladder. Very important. In order to unlock more areas, by the way. Well, we can go along this place here. Nothing special. There's an item here. Pick up the item. I think that's it. There's nothing more here. In this place, we can have a look at it, but there's not really much to explore here. So you go back, and then there was this one entrance that you didn't go into. So let's do it. Kinda interested, is water here? Oh, and now there's no water, alright. Otherwise the water would flow down this big ass hole here. You don't want to fall down this hole. Better hold tight. And here we have like the sewer system. It's flowing into the wall, which is strange. Like it's coming out of the wall, it's flowing into the wall. Shouldn't there be like a gate here, like the small half circle gate thingy? Here we can grab the painting. Domain of Dragon painting. Right. And that's it down here, right? No, it's not. Because if this, we have this one wall that looks slightly off. Like with the scratched away surface. Kinda makes it smoother. So let's see where this one leads to. Oh, a sewer system? Kinda reminds me of Leyndell, doesn't it? Looks weird though. Looks very weird. Like, eh. And the water's not really picking up pace here. And then, oh no, we have another coffin. They really like their coffins, don't they? It goes down. Ooh. Let's join this not dangerous at all water slide. Why not just close the lid, right? Like what? Has this something to do with Japanese folklore? Because it feels so random. Because it's an homage to Dark Souls 1, I think. Like where you get to Nito. Then they did it in Dark Souls 2's DLC, like the snow DLC, where you slide down the tower and you're in the white hell area there with all the reindeer kind of enemies, and they've done it in this game quite a few times as well. A bunch of coffins here. And now we're down here. We're in this area now. We're down in this area, and I won't explore it for now. This is going down this path there. Definitely leads to one of the more disappointing areas in order, for me at least. Like this is just, this whole area feels like an afterthought, just terribly designed, but we will have a look at that during another time. Let's go into the storehouse, call up the elevator, go down the elevator again, and trigger the, and try triggering the invasion thingy, the quest. But so far, let's have a look at this area so far while we're waiting for the elevator. Is it good? First impression of the Shadow Keep. And I think it's quite okay-ish. Right, it certainly gets more interesting once we're looking at the specimen storehouse. That's definitely the highlight of this area, of the Shadow Keep. But this part is a nice introduction, especially with the Fire Knight here. Nothing special so far. Like, we have the big-ass hippo, which kind of feels random. Right, you would expect the hippo being in a more natural-looking area, in nature, instead of in the main gate plaza, which is kind of weird. I mean, I would have expected some kind of knight there. Let's help the Horns End. This quest line is another thing for itself. It's kind of weird.
Worthy Hornsent, I will dispose of you before your thirst for revenge beckons our undoing. I can no longer trust your word.
In the end, I knew this day would come. The nature of your kind, I am certain, will always show itself. Given time, interfere not with my business. Zealot, what could your purpose possibly be? I do not recollect begging for help.
Right. They're not fighting each other right now because cheat engine. Let's instigate the fight here.
You've been taken in by the plight of the Hornsent. Foolish, but hardly unexpected. Man is a compassionate animal. The better or worse.
Right.
You have bested me, a single enough to turn the tides. Unfortunate, but I will leave you be. For now.
Do not interfere. This is my revenge.
Right. And usually at this point... Oh, it works. It works. Nice. He would get kicked out. Right. This questline is another thing. I think I've talked about this questline extensively, but I will do it again because it's somewhat complicated if you haven't. I mean, it's not really complicated, but it feels complicated when you first encounter that questline because there are different rewards and different things that happen. There are 2 invasions in total. Oh, can I even recollect it? Yeah, there are 2 invasions in total. One invasion where Leda tries to assassinate Hornsent, and one invasion where Leda tries to assassinate Ansbach. Now that I've... I think at least, now that I've killed Leda, or helped Hornsent fend off Leda, she will not attempt the Ansbach invasion. So, you've seen right now I had 2 options, right? Help Hornsent or help Leda. I helped Hornsent, which means I got 1, like Hornsent lives, Leda still lives as well. I'm locked out of, if I remember correctly, the second invasion. No Ansbach invasion. But I'm also locked out of both Leda rewards. That's kind of hard to explain, right? No, it's not. But I want every NPC here to live for as long as possible. So that's why I did it this way. If you want most most rewards here. Let's see what I got here. I got the Ash of War Swift Slash, which is a pretty good one. And then later on I will get the other Ash of his weapon and his armor set as well. So not down that. The only thing I'm missing is Ansbach's bow. I'm not getting that thing in this playthrough. And I'm not getting both talismans that Leda gives me. That's the only downside of doing it this way. Because Leda gives you 2 rewards. We have the retaliatory crossed tree and the lacerating crossed tree. I don't know in which order you get these, but if you have, let's say you help Leda the first time, like with the Horns and Invasion, you're getting the retaliatory crossed tree, and you're getting the weapon of Hornsend and his armor set, or his armor and mask, I think too. But I'm not getting the Ash of War that I just got right here. Right. If we kill Hornsend together with Leda, the second invasion will take place. In the second invasion, when I help Leda killing Sir Ansbach, then I'm getting... Where are the talismans? Then I'm getting Ansbach's armor set and his bow. Where the fuck? There. We're getting the second one, the lacerating cross tree, or the retaliatory, as I said. I don't know in which order you get these. But you're getting Sir Ansbach's armor set and his bow. If you help Sir Ansbach kill Lady Leda, then you're also getting Ansbach's longbow, but you're not getting the second talisman here. So it's basically the first invasion. You have 2 options: kill Leda or kill Hornsend. Sorry, I forgot the name. When you kill Hornsend, the second invasion will be unlocked. If you kill Leda, the second invasion will be blocked. The only thing you're basically missing is, if you kill Hornsend, you're unlocking basically Ansbach's bow, but you're getting rid of Swift Slash, Ash of War Swift Slash. If you're... I've told you everything. It's kind of... It's not very hard to understand, but it's kind of distracting and annoying to explain. Every time you help Leda, you're getting a talisman from her, and you're getting the things from the killed people. Like you're getting the bow, the armor set, or the weapon and the armor set, like the swords. But you're not getting the Ash of War from Hornsend. And later on, but the best thing, I would say, you have to do it twice anyways, in order to get everything. First playthrough, I would say kill, God, why is it so hard for me to... It doesn't matter, whatever. Do whatever you want to do. I'm here to talk about the level design, for fuck's sake. This quest design is just convoluted. It's not that difficult, but it kind of fucks my mind right now. But yeah, level design... I've talked about this while riding down the elevator. It's quite an easy part, right? It's nothing complicated. The storehouse is a bit more complex, but not really. Like it's complex the first time around, but then it becomes very easy to navigate. But this part, no matter what, is fairly easy to navigate. The first part of the Shadow Keep is fairly easy to navigate. Enemy-wise, there's not that much. There are not that many different enemies. Like, it's just soldiers in different sizes, basically. Like, you have the Soldiers of Mesmer in 2 variants. You have the Black Knights in 2 variants, and you have a Flame Knight. And then you have the militia, like, not Vulgar Militia, but Shadow Militia, I think they're called here, roaming around. And then you have the servant kind of guys in the garden. And of course the Happy Hippo as a boss, which is kind of weird that the hippo is here, but I guess the hippo is here now. Reward-wise, we're getting a talisman, and we're getting a stupid dagger weapon, and the stupid quest line, which has too many outcomes. Not really, right? Kill Hornsend, you unlock the second invasion. Kill Leather the first time, you're locking yourself out of the second invasion. Whatever. It's a weirdly designed quest line, but at least you have some. It's actually a good designed quest line, but there are not that many repercussions. Whatever. Level design wise, fairly simple. Like gameplay wise, it's fairly simple as well. World design wise, it's kind of weird how this place looks. But the thing that I'm seeing right now, having a look at the chronologians here. Like, of course, we have the flame imagery. Like, we have these flames here on the side, which are kind of a cool touch. Looking at this, it looks much more like flame. Like, it looks like the walls are burning. Even though we only have a few flames here. Like, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. Like the stone formations. The chronologians themselves, that are not really flames, these arrowheads, they also kind of look like flames if you're looking from here. Making this look like an inferno from down here, which looks kind of nice. Of course, the statue got beheaded because, like, who beheaded the statue? Must have been Mesmer in this case. Because the keep has been built by Mesmer. At least that would explain the snake imagery. Or maybe he built the snakes later, like he fought, whatever, when they conquered this place. Kind of hard to imagine, but flames and snakes and such are more of a Mesmer thing to do. And why would the Horns and put a Statue of America here? Why would they do it? not a good reason for them. Anyways, kind of interesting. I wanna explore the rest of this area. I'm saying this as if I don't know this place, but I'm looking forward to probably in the next episode where we will have a look at the storehouse. And I think it would take 2 more episodes to have a look at everything here. Whatever. I hope you liked this episode, even with the strange kind of rant that I did with the quest line. Kind of whatever. It's kind of weird. I need to sort my thoughts with that thing, and I will I will reflect on that quest line and probably tell you next episode once I've figured shit out. What's the best route for you to do things? But whatever. Hope you had fun, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.